Good evening and welcome. I'm Patrick Mulcahy, Producing Artistic Director, and it's my pleasure to welcome you this evening to PSF's virtual Luminosity Gala in this, our intermission season. We so miss gathering with you live in the theaters, out on the green, out in the lobby, and really seeing each other face to face. But we're delighted to share with you this very special hour-long program tonight. Our hearts go out to you in this very challenging time. And you know, the purpose of an arts organization, the purpose of a theater, is to hold the mirror up to nature and to reflect back the world that we live in. But it's also to illuminate the beauty of the world and the beauty of humanity. So that's what we're hoping to do tonight, to provide an evening that is meaningful and inspiring and refreshing. We also want to thank our sponsors tonight for this special event, as well as our sponsors for the entire season. We want to thank our board members and their friends who are with us tonight. And we want to offer our special thanks to Sam and Missy Saxton, our honorary co-chairs this evening, for their leadership support. We thank you, of course. We thank you for being here tonight. This is a fundraiser, and any gifts that you provide this evening will help support Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival through a very challenging time. And perhaps just as important, will help to make sure that the Shakespeare Festival continues to be here to serve this great community, especially our young people now and in the future. And speaking of young people, who better to start us off this evening than an alum of the DeSales University Theater Department, an alum who was also, in her time here, a multi-year participant and member of PSF's Young Company, who then went on to Broadway in The Color Purple and Dear Evan Hansen, and is without a doubt the very best singer on PSF's board of directors. Please enjoy this wonderful song from the extraordinary Phoenix Best.
Phoenix, that was wonderful. Special thanks to the amazing Phoenix Best and to all of the other gifted artists participating tonight. Good evening and welcome, friends of the Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival and Gala attendees. I'm Judith Harris, Board President. Now, more than ever, we thank you for your presence and for your continued support of the festival. We miss seeing each of you on the green in front of Labuda Theater, in the lobby, mingling among the wonderful photographs by Lee Butz, our champagne toasts in the lobby on opening nights, and in the seats of the main stage and Schubert theaters. And we miss greeting you and your guests in person this evening at our unique and wonderful gala. Nevertheless, this evening promises to be special. We thank you for your passion for what the festival does so beautifully, and for the support you give to allow it to do so. This gala is our major fundraiser for the year. We offer 3 ways to you to donate to the festival right now or anytime this evening. First, you may text the letters PSF to 44321 and you will receive a text back with a link to our giving portal. Secondly, you can go to our website at pashakespeare.org. Or thirdly, you may call 610-282-WILL, which is 610-282-9455. And in support of one of our community partners and the young people they serve, please know that 10% of the funds you give this evening will go to support the Boys and Girls Club of Allentown. And now, fasten your collars. It's going to be an exquisite, extraordinary hour.
Good evening. We are Missy Saxton, Sam Saxton, and we are the honorary gala chairs this year for Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival. And we welcome you to our very first virtual gala. Sam and I have a long history with the Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival and have been enjoying their theatrical productions for decades.
I'm hoping that next year it won't be a virtual over the TV or the computer or whatever you're receiving yours on. But we love the Shakespeare Festival. The festival is a jewel in the Lehigh Valley, especially in the performing arts. and exceptional in itself anywhere. But we're very pleased to be part of it and part of this procedure this year.
We have had, of course, a great disappointment with the cancellation of the 2020 season. You know, part of all this effort tonight is not only for the devastation of having lost the 2020 season for the Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival, but of course, the effects of COVID-19 have been all over the world, and we are most dedicated to coming back after the effects that have taken place and affected so many people, as well as all of the theatrical world. Next season again is something that we have to prepare for. And the board for this Shakespeare Festival is dedicated to doing that. It is a great financial effort that many contracts are presented and taken care of months before the season begins. We are dedicated to seeing the Shakespeare Pennsylvania Festival go forward. Our motto is engage, enrich, and inspire. And Sam and I will be there next summer to do the same with you all again. And thank you for helping out tonight to see the gala be a success.
Before we stop, I think it's important to appreciate all the actors and actresses that already were participating and started participating in this year's festival, and the work that Patrick Mulcahy put together, and the heartaches that exist because we're not doing those plays with those people. I don't know what's going to be happening next year, but it'd be fun to find out and support him and the whole Shakespeare Festival next year. We ought to give it extra support.
We should, all of us.
But thank you very much. We enjoyed being with you, even though it's virtual. We hope you all enjoy it, and we still are looking forward to seeing a lot of the things that are going to be part of the festival this year, albeit virtual.
Absolutely. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
As you can see, we have some wonderful leadership among our board members at PSF. We also have terrific leadership at DeSales University. Here in sequence are Father Jim Greenfield, president of DeSales University, followed by some of our artists sharing some particularly powerful or inspiring quotes from William Shakespeare.
Good evening, my name is Father Jim Greenfield. I'm the president here at DeSales University. Welcome here to virtual Luminosity 2020. I'm in an empty lobby at Labuda Theater, but we're all together in spirit. I heard one time that Shakespeare lived his entire life in the shadow of the bubonic plague. In fact, between 1606 and 1610, the London theaters were probably open for a total of 9 months. And that's when he wrote Macbeth and Antony and Cleopatra and The Tempest. Today, in the midst of the double pandemic of COVID-19 and racism in our country and world, we know that theater enlivens our minds and stretches our hearts. The poet David White asks us a very pointed question. How do we live now so that everyone in the future will come to look at us with gratitude? Theater helps us live gratefully. These timeless themes of love and sadness, valor, and virtue and vice and beauty and squalor, they help us live better lives. So in the midst of plague or pandemic, let the luminosity of our lives and the luminosity of Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival help illuminate the better angels of our nature. Peace and God bless you.
Hi, Ed Meehan, working from home, as I'm sure many of you are. And if you haven't seen me since March, you're probably wondering, what role is he cast for? Well, the role I'm cast for is one I've had for a long time, and that is the executive director of the Ryder Pool Foundation. The Ryder Pool Foundation has had a long, rich history with Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival. We made our first grant in 1993, and since that time, we've made 26 grants that total almost $200,000 to support the good work of Pennsylvania Shakespeare. We're happy to be sponsors this year. We hope you have a good evening. Please stay safe and be well.
Hey, my my name is Ilia Isorelis Paulino. I've worked with PSF many a times. I was able to do their Young Company program 3 years in a row. And what I love about PSF, for me it comes down to the people. I was able to not only be in the quote-unquote battlegrounds of actual professional theater, but I was able to grow by just watching. Just to see how people who were older than me and who had been in the business longer than I was, to see what their processes was, and to see how they meet a challenge and how they collaborate and how they found their voices within rehearsal periods and during productions. It's an experience that it is invaluable as a young artist. And it definitely helped me find my voice as an actor, as an artist, and as a lover of humanity. Thank you.
Hi, I'd like to say something about the Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival. How fortunate we are to have a facility and an institution like this right here in the midst of our region. To have equity actors performing comedies, drama, musicals, and the works of William Shakespeare, the greatest writer in the history of the English language. I don't know how many times I've left a performance and heard someone say, I saw this on Broadway and it was better here. So the Shakespeare Festival is a tremendous asset to our community, and it just keeps getting better and better all the time.
Please support Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival. The work is superb. The people are talented, amazing. It has one of the few reps in the American theater where one night you get to exercise your comedy muscles, next night you get to exercise your tragedy muscles. It's a beautiful campus, it's a beautiful setting, and we can't wait to see you all there again.
What Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival means to me. It means fun, it means friends, it means laughter, it means great work, it means Shakespeare and great words, and the camaraderie of the audience and the actor, the artist, and the audience is one of the most unique and wonderful experiences that I know of in American theater, and I love coming back as an audience member and as an actor and as a director for that rush of the audience and the actor together.
Hello, friends and fans of Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival. Like you, all of us at Air Products are really missing this summer and missing out on the chance to experience such amazing theater that's offered through PSF. We know we'll be together again next year, but in the meantime, we stand committed, we stand dedicated, and we stand supportive of everything that PSF is and does for arts in our community. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone at Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival.
Boy, PSF is really special to me. PSF has come to represent a time of rejuvenation for me, a time where work doesn't stop in the summer, and I still get to relax and enjoy a slower pace. PSF has put me in contact with beautiful people, and we've been able to work on fantastic material. And so, it holds a very special place in my heart. And so for that reason, I'm just very grateful at the outpouring of support that the festival's received from company members and supporters and patrons alike. And I just want to encourage everyone that if you can, support PSF, because what it's going to get back to the community is going to be, is going to produce major dividends it enriches, I think, the state with the work that it does. It brings world-class talent to Pennsylvania, to Central PA, and I just think it's a worthy cause to be supported.
Cheers, PSF, on this night of your virtual gala. I've been lucky enough to design the costumes for 20 productions over the last 24 seasons, and I am so grateful for my time at PSF. I feel like it's a second home to me, and I feel like it's become a cultural home for the Lehigh Valley. I think as artists, we continue to return to PSF because we're so incredibly proud of the work that we're doing. And I think our joy is represented on the stage and brings joy to the people who get to see it. And on top of that, incredible friendships have been made, and we also get to share it with the young company and pass it on to the next generation. So during this time of uncertainty, I think it's more important than ever to make sure that PSF is around for a really long time and support them in any way that we can. Love you, PSF.
How fortunate we are to have a family of artists and community leaders who care so much about PSF. We thank each of them for their kind words of support. I'm going to ask our folks now to help me out by putting up a particular image. So this is an image, a photo of our theater space, our main stage, as if we were standing on the main stage, on the stage itself, looking out into the house. And this is the space where you might have seen Hamlet, or Les Miserables, or Pride and Prejudice, or Shakespeare in Love, or Ragtime, or any number of other extraordinary productions at Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival. It is also the space where we'd be standing where a ghost rose out of the floor in our production of the Scottish play. It's also the space where the orchestra pit would open up for the orchestra for our musicals, and it's also the space where we provide an experience for elementary age students each summer called Shakespeare for Kids. So this is a special place. It's a magical place, and we are asking you tonight to help us keep it special, to help us keep it magical. All right, so now let me introduce Melissa Kerr, our development director, who, for the most important, perhaps, part of our experience tonight, the part where we ask you for a gift. Melissa?
Hi everyone, we are so thrilled to have you here with us tonight for Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival's first ever virtual gala. This event is our largest fundraiser of the year, and your support is now more important than ever. Whether you have a long history with PSF or you're new to our organization, we hope that tonight's broadcast will inspire your generosity. Your support makes it possible for us to employ your favorite artists, to find new and innovative ways to connect with our audience, and to continue our work with area students, children, and families. There are many ways you can participate and show your support tonight. We encourage you to have a bit of fun and follow along with our event website. There you'll be able to see the gifts as they're made in real time, and you'll even catch the names of the donors who are making their contributions during tonight's broadcast. Those gifts support the experiences that you have had at PSF through our onstage offerings. And many people don't know this, but we are so proud to share that more than half of our total audience each year is made up of students and children who participate in our educational programs. So how can you donate tonight? You can make an online contribution by visiting our website at pashakespeare.org. We also have staff members answering phones if you'd like to call in and make a donation. The number to reach them is 610-282-WILL. That's 610-282-9455. And those folks will be available until 9 p.m. if you'd like to call in and make a contribution. You can also text to give. To get a text donation started, text the letters PSF to 44321. That's PSF to 44321.
Thanks, Melissa. We're going to get back to our performances and other terrific content now, and then we'll see you back here again soon. If you haven't already, please feel free to make a gift and then sit back and enjoy.
Hello, my name is Annalise Diaz, and I'm the Education Director at Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival. Last fall, PSF celebrated the 20th anniversary of the Linnie Fowler Willpower Tour, the centerpiece of the festival's educational programming. The Willpower Tour is a fully professional touring production of a Shakespeare play produced with full set costumes, sound design, supplemented by a host venue and touring lighting equipment. Over the past 20 years, Willpower has visited over 180 schools in the tri-state area, reaching over 200,000 students. The central purpose of the tour is to turn on young minds to the power of language through direct engagement with Shakespeare in performance. Here are some words from actors and educators who have been impacted by PSF's Lenny Fowler Willpower Tour.
And every time we go to a school, without a doubt, there's someone who comes up after we're finished with the talkback, comes up as we start packing up the stuff, and I'm like, hey, this is the first time I've seen Shakespeare, and I really liked it.
Honestly, my favorite memories of the tour are interacting with the kids. Whether that's in the talkbacks, they had weird questions sometimes, or if it was in the workshops. I remember interacting with like young kids, specifically because I'm non-binary. I remember interacting with young trans kids, and just like making that connection was meaningful, not only to them, but to me. I feel that representation matters.
When we see these students engage, even on the smallest level, and see really the gratitude that they express through that, it's incredibly rewarding for us. It's very gratifying getting to share that with them and seeing their eyes light up.
After our second performance, I had several Black and brown students come and hug me and tell me that they never imagined that they could be a main character, that they could be seen as beautiful or fall in love. Over the course of the tour, I received many messages from white students saying that it blew their minds to see Juliet as anything other than white. That's the power of this tour, to show students that difference is human, difference is beautiful, and allowing all types of people their time in the spotlight is both an enlightening and positive thing.
The Willpower story I want to tell you today is about one of my trans students and their reaction after seeing A Midsummer's Night Dream, I believe 2 years ago. After the performance, they came up to me with tears in their eyes, and they said to me they had never seen someone like them on stage before, particularly in a leading role. And I think that's really one of the biggest impacts of Willpower. The diversity in the casting, the representation, shows these students that Shakespeare is not just for all time, as they say, it's for all people. So thank you, Willpower.
I really loved my time with the 2019 tour, and I hope to do it again.
I think for the most part, everyone's favorite part of the day are the talkbacks. It's just so much fun because we've just done the performance for the kids and they have so many questions. It's just it's a way to create a gateway into Shakespeare, which I think everyone can agree with is probably lives are made better by being able to appreciate and understand these pieces of work.
PSF is like a teaching hospital, providing educational internship and apprenticeship programs which offer real-life opportunities for young people to work side by side with leaders in our industry. Our next artist is a member of our young company, a recent graduate of the DeSales Theater Department, and a veteran of both Act One and PSF Productions. Please enjoy Stephen Sondheim's What More Do I Need, sung by Angela LaRose.
Good evening. My name is Dennis Razzie, and I'm the Associate Artistic Director at PSF. I've had the privilege of directing all but one of PSF's musicals, beginning with Man of La Mancha in 2004. 3 years ago, PSF produced Andrew Lloyd Webber's Evita, which starred the incredible Dee Roscioli as Eva Perón. I recall that by March of that year, we were still searching for the perfect actor to play Juan Perón. We had auditioned dozens of prospects without finding the right actor. And then our casting director, Laura Stanzik, suggested that we ask Brazilian opera star Paulo Jot. Of course, Paulo was absolutely perfect for the role. He was one of the most acclaimed and versatile baritones in the world. He had also won the Tony Award for Best Actor in a Musical for his performance as Emile de Becque in Lincoln Center's stunning 2008 production of South Pacific. which also starred Kelly O'Hara as Nellie Forbush. Laura contacted Paulo and relayed to us that he was interested. He loved doing musical theater, and Perón is a role that he wanted to play. He was busy in his career as an international opera star, performing in opera houses all over the world. But he took time out to be with us for our production of Evita. Interestingly enough, the following year after our production, he was cast to play Perón again in the revival of the show that premiered at the Sydney Opera House, directed by the late Harold Prince, Evita's original director. Tonight, we are so honored to have Paulo return to PSF to sing one of the most famous and beloved ballads in the American musical theater. And now, here is the incomparable Paulo Jot to sing Some Enchanted Evening.
Paulo Jot. Wow, what a sound. I invite you all tonight after the event to Google South Pacific 2008 Tony Awards. And there you can watch Paulo Jot sing that song with Kelly O'Hara on the Tony Awards, right before he is awarded the Tony Award for Outstanding Leading Actor in a Musical, being out a gentleman you might have heard of before, a gentleman named Lin-Manuel Miranda. So Paulo Jot is a great example of PSF's quest to produce world-class work year after year, right here for you, close to home. So we're in the home stretch now. Let's go back to Melissa for a few more thoughts.
We're so grateful for all the gifts that have come in tonight. If you have not donated yet, now is your chance. Go online, pashakespeare.org. You can call in to reach one of our box office staff members. They'll be available on the phones until 9 p.m. tonight. That telephone number is 610-282-9455, or you can text to give. Text PSF to 44321. Now is your chance. Now is your opportunity to make a difference. Whether you give because of the high-quality programming on stage at PSF, or because coming to the festival has become a family tradition, or because you love the work of our Willpower Tour, which reaches students all across the state, many of whom might not otherwise have the opportunity to attend live theater.
Or if you love PSF because of its accessibility programs, which provide opportunities for people on the autism spectrum or for the visually or hearing impaired to experience our productions, or you just love bringing a group to sit out on the lawn beforehand and have a meal or to attend one of our specialty dinners. Or perhaps you love PSF because you know that a gift from you supports our Free Will program, which provides free tickets and transportation to our productions for those who may benefit from it most. Whatever it is that you love about PSF, or if you want to help introduce the festival and the kinds of experiences that you've been having there to others, now is your chance.
We have just one more song in tonight's performances. Our phone lines will stay open until 9 p.m. tonight. Our text to give and online donation options will continue to be available after the broadcast ends. Please give tonight. Please don't hesitate and donate while the work of PSF is fresh in your mind.
Now, to close out this evening, you may have seen her as Mrs. Lovett in our production of Sweeney Todd, or in the title role of our production of Evita here at PSF. You may have seen her on Broadway as Cher, as Frumacera, or as one of the longest-running Elphabas in the history of Wicked. You may have seen her in her sold-out, one-night-only solo show here at PSF a few years back. Now, coming to you from this extraordinarily gifted alum of the DeSales University Theater Department, here's our closing number for the evening by Dee Roscioli. Again, Dee Roscioli, what a voice. It just doesn't get any better than that. Special thanks to Dee, special thanks to Ben Clark, who accompanied her, and special thanks to you.
Thank you so much for all of your support this evening. Our phone lines will stay open until 9 p.m. Our text to give and online donation options will also remain available. Thank you so much for your generosity and supporting the work that we do. It's been wonderful to gather with you this evening. Thank you for joining us, and good night.
This brings our evening to a close. Thank you again for being with us, and please enjoy a few humorous outtakes as we roll credits. Good night.
So why is it so hard to do online? For thy sweet. For thy sweet. For the.
That was stupid. That was stupid.
So, Brad,
Hey, can you see into my bathroom at all?
I can see you.
This above all. To thine own self be true.
Hello, my name is Cassia Thompson, and I played Juliet in the 2017 production of Romeo and Juliet.
All right, guys. Just shout when you're ready to start.
Okay, we'll shout.
Where am I supposed to be looking? Right here? Right there? Right there? No. No. Yes? Yeah. Yes? Yeah.
No.
I was the Thane of Ross in the Willpower Tour's tour of Macbeth. We need some coffee.
Oh, sunburn. Looks like a broke contract. So shines a good deed in a naughty world. In a naughty world. In a
My work is never done.